Alright, YouTubers, welcome back. We've got another knife review for you today. Today we are going to be looking at the classic Chris Reeves Sebenza. Now this is the small Sebenza carbon fiber Insingo blade. This is the Knife Art exclusive. What an appropriate name for a website, considering the knives they sell and they have on their website. Definitely art. Let's talk about the Sebenza. This is not the first Sebenza reviewed on this channel. This is not the first Sebenza I've owned. I've had 4 now, I believe. Maybe even, no, 4 Sebenzas and 1 Untitled. This, however, is one of my all-time favorite editions of the Sebenza. So first, let's talk about the new packaging. When I say new, it may not be that new. To me, it's new. The other Sebenzas I had came in different boxes in this. So, Chris Reeves Knives, knifeart.com sticker there. Small Sebenza 21 Insingo with black carbon fiber. Got your Crucible sticker there for the S35BN steel. Got this nice box here. Got your Chris Reeves warranty, your saying how many times they won Blade Show, manufacturing and such, which is not surprising. Get your birth card here, August 28th, 2014 on this one. Such a cool little aspect of this knife is that every Sebenza, every Chris Reeves knife that leaves the factory has a birth date. And there's a lot of Sebenza collectors out there, and there's a lot of people that are trying to find those specific dates that are important in their lives. And you know, I definitely would love to find one, you know, like for my kids' birthdays and for my anniversary and those kind of things. I actually recently had a run-in with a guy that I had bought one of these. And this is actually a cool story. This is how I came to have this knife. Actually, I had bought a small Sebenza Insingo, just the regular titanium version, off the Blade Forums Exchange, and really good deal, exceptional deal on it. And I had a gentleman contact me right after I bought it, and he said, I've been looking for that exact birth date, and I don't remember the exact birthday, but it was his son's birthday. And what he wanted to do is buy a Sebenza and have it and use it, or you know, collect it and pass it down to him someday for his birthday, because he was just a little baby, I believe. Which is a cool story, and I totally respect that. So the guy and myself, we worked out a deal. He actually offered me more than I paid for the knife, because it meant so much to him, so I was happy to oblige, and was able to pick up this one because that date wasn't really anything special to me. I was just looking for another Sebenza, small, with the Insingo blade, and so I took those funds and went and bought this one. So I was able to help that guy out, get that Sebenza for his birthday of his son, and get what I've always wanted, which is the carbon fiber scaled Sebenza. Now I had the inlaid carbon fiber inlay Sebenza that was a Blade HQ exclusive. It was a large Insingo, and it had the carbon fiber inlays, and that's actually probably my favorite model, but they don't make them anymore. It was a limited run. Hopefully they do another run of them. I had the large too. Now the large is a good size knife. This is the small Sebenza, in my opinion, is perfect. The perfect size knife, the perfect EDC. Now for a lot of people it'll be too small. If you have huge hands, it might be a little small. And again, keep in mind I have medium, whereas my size medium glove, and that knife pretty much has barely anything hanging off. I mean, it's just perfect for me. Just about a 3-inch blade, slightly under. I think 2.97 inches is what they slate it at. So it's got a very usable blades length for EDC tasks. Bigger, I mean, really don't need anything bigger than that. But if you want to carry something bigger, that's why they have the large Sebenza, or the Untitled, or the Sebenza 25. This is the small 21. But for me, this is the perfect size EDC. Now the blade, the Insingo, I love this blade design. It's very, very good looking. It's like a modified Wharncliffe, but it has this nice front swedge here that's actually sort of sharpened. And part of that design, I believe, is to have, so even though it has a more utilitarian style blade like a Wharncliffe, it also has a good strong tip for piercing. So it's kind of a, you know, I mean, it's the Insingo, it's a Chris Reeves design, but very cool Very cool blade shape, very usable for everyday tasks. And again, it has that slightly sharpened swedge here on the front of the blade that will really help with piercing. So you're not, you know, one, I guess, drawback to Wharncliffe blades is that they have a delicate tip typically, and they're not good piercers. So you've got the best of both worlds here with the Insingo. And I just love the way it looks. I think it's handsome. And it just, you know, I like the classic draw point, but this is definitely my favorite Chris Reeves blade design. Got the nice blue thumb stud there, anodized. The Reeve symbol here. Beautiful carbon fiber. I mean, just beautiful carbon fiber. Some of the nicest I've seen. Got your standard lanyard here, anodized lanyard tube. What's cool about this one is it comes with this nicely tied. I love the way that they tie their lanyards. I'm not a big lanyard guy, but this is like perfect, because usually the lanyards are too big and cumbersome for me, but this is perfect. But it comes with this really nice lanyard bead, and it's got blue anodizing. I'm not sure if it's titanium or not, but I think it is a titanium bead with blue anodizing, so it matches the knife perfectly. It's just a nice little extra touch. On the locking side, it looks like your typical Sebenza with the bead blasted finish, which I wish they would do stone washing on these, because these get scratched up really easily, get those snail marks, you know. But the nice thing is with a Sebenza, you send it in for a spa treatment, it comes back looking like a brand new knife. This has actually held up really well. I've carried this quite often. Pretty much been my main EDC, along with, like, I'll pair it with a sack, you know, Swiss Army knife, or I'll pair it with a traditional knife, like the Yankee Jack, which I'll be doing a review on that one coming up soon. Or maybe the sod or the bullnose. Something like that. It's about the same size. I typically go a little smaller if I'm carrying this as my main blade, maybe like that. But perfect EDC, perfect size, more than enough cutting edge to do any task really. Solid lockup. I mean, just a bank vault lockup. Zero play, zero wiggle. Don't need to adjust the pivot. I mean, I haven't touched this pivot. I haven't oiled this knife, and out of the box, it's very smooth. Oh, you're not supposed to flick a Sebenza. Well, guess what? Boom, it flicks easily if you want to open it like that. Buttery smooth. They kind of deem the terminology Sebenza smooth. That's for a reason, because it is so smooth. Renowned washers, not bearings. Don't know what else there is to say about this knife. It's just a piece of art. But it's such a usable EDC that you don't, you know, some people like, I've had many knives that I'm like, oh, that's too pretty to carry. Like the ZT454, probably the upcoming Kershaw Ruby, which I will have in hand tomorrow. So look forward to that video, first look video of the Kershaw Ruby. But a couple knives that are just gorgeous and so well made, but I just don't know if I could bring myself to carry them. But for some reason, this Sebenza, it's carried every day. I don't mind using it. It's been used quite often. It's holding up perfectly. Again, just the perfect size. Now, if you got a little bit larger hands, definitely go with the large Sebenza. But this is one knife that everyone, if you get a chance, you can find them used on the secondary market. Not this particular model. This one's a little bit harder to find, typically used. But the standard, you know, bead blasted titanium, drop point, or even the Insingo, for, you know, I've seen them as cheap as $250, which, you know, for a lot of people is a lot of money. But if you add up, you know, you may have 6 or 7 $50 knives. Well, guess what? You could have bought a Sebenza with that amount of money. So it just kind of depends on how you view it. For me, you know, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely something that'll last my lifetime. Something I could pass down to my kid. It's got an heirloom type quality to it, and that's kind of really how I'm kind of, you know, directing my EDC these days, is higher quality, you know, versus quantity. So anyway, guys, that is my review on the Chris Reeve Sebenza Small 21 carbon fiber Insingo blade, knife art exclusive. Just a gorgeous piece of art, a great EDC knife, very usable. Oh, before we forget, one of the best things about this knife, besides this great cloth that comes with it, unsaid. What is this madness? There we go. Is the weight. Yeah, 2.5 ounces. No, 2.4 ounces once it settles. A 2.4 ounce knife. you just don't even know you have this thing in your pocket. It's lightweight. It's awesome. It's a great gentleman's carry, but it's just a great, it really defines that everyday carry, that EDC terminology, because not every of us are going to carry a 6-ounce full titanium frame lock everywhere. Sometimes it doesn't permit it. This is one of those knives you can carry anywhere. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, what you're doing. This is appropriate. So, alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video on the Sebenza small and Sebenza 21. Any questions or comments, leave them down below. We'll see you next time.